My name is Stania Collins, and I'm going to be talking about my mother. My mother, she is um, the most ambitious woman I've ever seen. She's very driven, a little bit stubborn, but it's okay. She knows it. But she is definitely a woman that is strong in her faith, very powerful, and just outserves and outdoes herself to the point till she makes herself sick. That's just who she is. She's just a big heart, and she gives too much of herself, and that's why I love her. Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite thing about her?
Favorite thing about her, she never gives up, and that's also the most annoying thing about her too. But she's definitely resilient, and she does not give up. If she sees something she wants, she goes for it until she gets it.
Now, share with me, she is a breast cancer survivor.
Yes.
So share with me what that process was like. So when did she first get diagnosed?
That process was a blur for me. Because I was pregnant with my firstborn. So a lot of the details she didn't really tell me, just because I was so far along in my pregnancy, and she did, the family didn't want me to kind of stress over that. But it all happened within like a year's time frame, from being diagnosed to the surgery and the chemo and all that stuff. It all happened within a year. She was actually going through the process of just preventative maintenance. She didn't feel anything. There was nothing abnormal. She was just doing her due diligence because it's something that runs in our family. And she was just doing preventative maintenance by just going in and just asking the doctors, should she go through because there's the option to go ahead and remove the breast if you have the BRCA gene and all that stuff. So she was going through the process to do that. And through the process, that's where they found the breast cancer. And she had to have the double mastectomy and go through chemo after surgery.
So explain to me, I know you said you weren't really heavily involved, but I know you have siblings, you have a lot of family. So what was that like for your family? Just that atmosphere. Was it heavy? Was it hard? Did you think you guys were used to it at any point?
Like I said, I wasn't it didn't register until after the fact when I found out all the details. But through it all, it was one of those moments, like my family really corrals around each other whenever something is not according to the plans that we thought we can handle. So it was more so one of those things where we were like, you know what, this is the facts, this is the decisions that has to be made, and we're just gonna go through it together. Just stay together and just kind of like whatever is needed, we're there for each other. I still remember the day that I'm in the hospital. I was pregnant in the hospital. She had just came out of surgery, and she kind of looked a little off, because I'm like, if this is just preventative maintenance, like why is it, she looks a little off. But I didn't really ask too many questions, just because everybody was still calm and all of that. And but yeah, I remember just sitting there, and I was like, wow, this is really happening. Even afterwards, even afterwards through the chemo, she was actually my babysitter. And I still didn't know the effects. Had I known, I would have just hired somebody to just be there with her. But God has an amazing plan, and the timing of the birth of Jeremiah, and Jeremiah, just her spending the time with Jeremiah those days, where she tells me was exactly what she needed to heal. To describe my mother, I would say royal, because she went through the process with so much grace and poise and just faith and peace in God, that it just exuded like just royalty. How you just kind of go through the motions with intentionality, knowing undoubtedly that God will take care of everything.